History has already shown that under your leadership, Israel and America can change the face of the Middle East. And today I'm hopeful that your plan to end the war in Gaza will do so again and do so soon.
I also want to thank Prime Minister Netanyahu for agreeing to the plan and for trusting that if we work together, we can bring an end to the death and destruction that we've seen for so many years, decades, even centuries.
Your plan provides a practical and realistic path forward for Gaza in the coming years, in which Gaza will be administered neither by Hamas nor the Palestinian Authority, but by those committed to a genuine peace with Israel. I think this can be not only a new beginning for Gaza, I think it can be a new beginning for the entire region.
If accepted by Hamas, this proposal calls for the release of all remaining hostages immediately, but in no case more than 72 hours.
It is pretty incredible what President Trump has attempted to broker here and swiveling the entire world against Hamas, where so much of the world was aligning in favor of many of the priorities that Hamas was promoting a week and a half ago.
Well, I think that's a very important reversal because it really says to the entire world, here are these people. They're holding, they held over 250 innocent people hostage, grandmothers, grandchildren, Holocaust survivors. Who the hell holds these people hostage? And they're trying to basically blackmail Israel and the entire world to get their terms. So I think the fact that he turned the tables, we did that together, I think that's important. And I thought it was a very important thing to say, hey, release those hostages, end Hamas rule. Let's get on with the task of pursuing an expanded peace, which I think would be possible once this thing is done.
It was reported by Axios over the weekend that you had a call with Prime Minister Netanyahu where you told him to stop being so negative and to take the win when it came to Hamas's response to that. Is that true? And what else did you say to him?
He's been very positive. He's been very positive on the deal. Everybody is. I think every nation is. We have just about every nation working on this deal and trying to get it done. Something that you could say 3,000 years if you look at it in certain ways, or you could say centuries, but this is a deal that incredibly everyone just came together. They all came together. No, Israel's been great. They've all been good, Caitlin.
And in the negotiations, do you have any red lines in terms of Hamas disarming and whatnot? Or are there any places you're willing to negotiate?
If certain things aren't met, we're not going to do it. But I think we're doing very well, and I think Hamas has been agreeing to things that are very important.
Mr. Trump says the war is over, but clearly the war is not over. The IDF is deployed to sections of Gaza still, and Hamas is still on the streets of Gaza. How can you say the war is over?
Well, we agreed to give peace a chance. We agreed that we should, the conditions in his 20-point plan are very clear. It's not only that we get the hostages out without getting our military out, but that we would subsequently have both demilitarization and disarmament. They're not the same thing. First, Hamas has to give up its arms. And second, you want to make sure that there are no weapons factories inside Gaza. There's no smuggling of weapons into Gaza. That's demilitarization. We agreed that that's part of the plan. And we also agreed, okay, let's get the first part done. And now let's give a chance to do the second part peacefully, which is my hope. But if not, I think I heard the president speak tonight. He said, listen, they better do it, or, how can I speak for him? He said, all hell breaks loose, okay? Well, I hope it doesn't. I hope we can do this peacefully, and we're certainly ready to do so.
And this thing is incredibly, incredibly fragile. It requires constant vigilance from this administration to keep it even approximating being on the rails.
Which is the issue. That's the thing. Netanyahu, so Trump is in one of his moods where he wants peace, which is good. Listen, I'll take it. It's one of those. Apparently he berated Zelensky in a meeting for over 2.5 hours and said, listen, man, you're either going to lose or you're going to have to give up, and decided not to give him long-range missiles. That seems to be the mood that he's in on Friday. We'll see how it lasts until Sunday. But what the Israelis are banking on is eventually we'll get away with this. And I think they're right. I mean, it's one of those where consider the amount of management that it's going to take on the U.S. side to have to debunk every Israeli claim. Or, like, for example, is every single time that the Israelis want to restart it, are we just going to have to put Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff on a plane, which they are right now, if anybody's wondering. They're left Miami and are on their way to Israel to try to solidify solidify the ceasefire. The amount of attention that this is going to take, not just from the low level, but from the very top of the administration, because the only person that can actually stop Netanyahu is Trump himself. So you have to elevate it through the interagency process, send it up to Trump. There's just no way. We know this White House. There's no way that they can stick to this for days.